Alright guys, I'm gonna make this short and sweet and simple and to the point. I'm making this YouTube video because I'm sitting here on the Shadow War webpage of Steam, and I'm sitting here looking about everybody complaining about the microtransactions. Why I wholeheartedly agree that some games deserve microtransactions, mostly free-to-play games, etc., etc. But the amount of microtransactions that are coming into games nowadays are ruining the overall gameplay. Like, a lot of the games are already grindy as is, especially single player RPGs are definitely grindy. And anybody who's played as many games as I have for as long as I have, 20 plus years, I mean, I remember when games were hard enough. Konami Code, you name it. We've all been there, we've all done that. But, with that being said, I'm going to make it very simple and plain for people to understand. Every game I have come across against in microtransactions have always ruined the game. Always. When I say always, I mean always. Always. Look at any game that's had a microtransaction in the recent 5 years that was a single player game that has gone anywhere. Dos Equis, or Dos Ex, whatever you want to call it. Nothing but boost your progress, which wasn't really needed but optional, and that's fine. But there's also no leaderboards, nothing to do with other players. So that was totally optional, and that's fine. But in the game, when you're basing a multiplayer on PvP orientated type loot tables and in-game transactions with chests, it's gonna ruin the loot table for the actual game itself. So if you're sitting there saying that, oh, well, we don't know what they're going to do. No, we don't know what they're going to do, but histories and trends alone will tell you exactly how a microtransaction game is going to turn out. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of the games on Steam right now that have microtransactions. Okay, we're gonna take out these are gonna be a couple free to play games, just as you know. These are the ones that have come off the top of my head. Um, but these are also games I have played, so I know from experience about how much pay to win it is. Um, Granted, again, these are free games, but this is just a prime example, like Forge of Gods. I probably played about, I don't know, about $100 into this game. But being free to play, I'm okay with that. I knew what I was getting into. But the odds of coming up against any good pools or any good anything are garbage. The free to in-game games, the free to in-game actual like chests that you get are garbage. The odds of you getting anything good from them are like 1 out of every 100 pools. So it stops being a fair playing field. Okay, again, this is just a free-to-play game, but this is one of the ones off the top of my head that I could think of. With that being said, I mean, this is still going on about people, complaining about the microtransactions. It's still going on. The mods are constantly removing comments about the microtransactions, about Denevo, and a bunch of other stuff that's just not really needed. With that being said, I'm sitting here looking at least, you know, 4 or 5 other, threads, not including the 30 plus that were removed yesterday about the microtransactions. And the mod has stopped removing the microtransactions because people have threatened to report him to Steam about it. He has not edited a single microtransaction comment or thread yet as of 1:05 a.m. today. Okay, so with that being said, I think he stopped because of the threats due to people saying they're going to report him to Steam for removing their legitimate complaints about the game. With that being said, I don't really know much more about the game. They're being very slow about coming out with what's going on with the game. But I will upload another YouTube video closer to the release date to see if my mind has changed or not. But as of right now, I don't see it changing. and it doesn't seem like they care to even try to address the issue, because this has been going on for several days and nothing has been said out of Warner Brothers about the microtransactions outside the fact that there are going to be some. So we got to take everything with a grain of salt, but from my history of and years of gaming, I'm automatically going to assume that this is not going to be a good thing, and I mean at all. So, I mean, feel free to hit me up on Steam on Punisher's Fury. I'm also on Twitch, same screen name. Um, Feel free to, respond to this at any time. YouTube, not YouTube, Twitch. It doesn't matter to me. I really don't care. But I'm just voicing my opinion out there because a lot of people have the same basic opinion that I do. Microtransactions are going to ruin the PvP aspect of the game, which the game concepts are great. I love the idea behind it. It's the microtransactions that are going to ruin it. With that being said, I have nothing more to say about the issue. Feel free to leave comments on my YouTube. Feel free to message me on Steam. I'll take any criticism, whether it's stupid or not. I'll deal with it. So, thank you guys and have a good night.